Yes, you read it right. You won't be able to speak English fluently if you continue doing this one thing. Well, starting the video on a negative note is certainly not my way. But there is this very important thing which I want you all to be aware of. If you want to know about this big mistake that you are making in your English speaking journey, then make sure that you watch this video till the end. Hello my dear learners, welcome to the channel. I am your trainer Namita, and today I am going to talk about one very flawed practice which is happening these days. I'm going to give you two major solutions for it, but initially I would let you know that there is this one thing which most of you are doing, which is stopping your progress. And you will tell me in the comments section whether this thing is happening or not. Now these days it is a very common practice that on the name of English learning, you are consuming a lot of motivational content. A lot of motivation is being circulated on the name of English learning, spoken English to be more specific. You watch different people speak in English and you get motivated. You listen to a villager speaking in English and you get motivated. You listen to a small girl, school-going girl, 6, 7, 8 years or 10 years old speaking good English, you get motivated. You listen to somebody who is from a Hindi medium, you get motivated. You listen to someone who has a mother tongue which is very complicated and they speak English without any influence, you get motivated. So basically all that you are watching is motivational content. Think about it. There is no learning happening. You are just watching other people speak in English. What about you? Are you speaking in English? There are people who are here to practice their English, and suddenly there are thousands of people who have started a YouTube channel just to practice English. And what do? They don't really practice English and talk about different things. They only talk about English. They only talk about how you can become fluent in English. They will tell you how to think in English. They will tell you how not to translate. They will tell you how to build up vocabulary. They will tell you the mistakes. So these people are here to practice English. You know that they are speaking wrong English. You know that their pronunciation is flawed. You know that they are making a lot of grammatical errors. You know that their sentence formation is not correct. Their vocabulary is below average. Still you watch them on the name of motivation. Now these people who are here for English practice, as you call it, are making money because of you, of course, and they are improving because they are making videos in English. So yes, there is an improvement to a certain level, but they don't need to really get to a level where they speak good English, because in the midway only they get a lot of fame and they get a lot of appreciation. So they don't need to work on speaking in a better manner or to improve their speaking skills. What about you? They are making money, they are getting success, they are getting fame. What about you? You are still there. You are here to learn English because you want to get a good job in a multinational company. You are here because you have to move abroad. You are here to speak in English because you want to start a business or a venture of your own and you want to make good social connections. You're here because you want to have an acceptable status in the society so that you can go to your children's PTM and speak in English. You're here to improve yourself. You're here so that you don't feel inferior because of your not so good English speaking skills. What about you? What good is happening to you? Ask yourself, this whole motivational consumption of the content in the name of English practice is causing you a lot of hindrance in the path of learning English. You're not learning anything. And then there is a strange satisfaction in your mind that after watching 15-20 videos of different English learners, you have practiced your English for the day. You feel that, okay, so I have watched so many videos, I have done my practice for the day. Well, in reality, you've not learned anything. There is no learning, only motivation. Now, how much motivation do you want? You have been granted a human life where you have 2 hands, 2 legs, 2 ears, 1 brain. You still need motivation to do anything, to speak in English. You're motivated enough when you're a human being. You can change your destiny. You're relying on motivation alone. Motivation can only give you a kickstart, but otherwise it's a full process. Learning is what will take you from here to there. Learning will make you a fluent English speaker. Now, the solutions that I'm going to give you here are 2 major changes that you have to make. The first one is active listening. When you're watching content, you're not an active listener, you're a passive listener. Somebody comes and speak broken English, wrong English, somebody speaks with grammatical errors, very wrong pronunciation, you pick the same up. Everything you pick up that way. So this is definitely not active listening. You just listen to it, but there is nothing to take away from it. Active listening is something where you're sitting with a pen and paper and you have something to note down. There is vocabulary which is there to be learned. There is something wonderful which they are here to share. There are some phrases that you're getting to learn. There are some pointers which they are telling you and you can note them down. That is active listening. But how will you listen actively when the content is worth listening to actively? When the content that you are consuming has something to offer you. So first thing is active listening. So choose the content here because it is free. Choose where you can learn something, where people are telling you something which you can note down, make your notes. That's how you do active listening. And the second one is active reading. Be an active reader. You are not investing into reading at all. Now, I have students who are attending my classes, my sessions. After the session, I've already given them homework. I've already given them tasks. They have to prepare and speak about it. After the class is over, they'll share YouTube videos with me. Ma'am, can I watch it? Because it gives you satisfaction that, okay, by watching videos, you're practicing your English. When I keep telling you, invest into reading, read aloud. You won't be able to understand a pronunciation until you watch the spelling. For example, most of the people I've met pronounce fragrance, because someone spoke it wrong. It is fragrance, the pleasant smell, fragrance. Everybody calls it fragrance because somebody spoke it wrong, the other person picked it up and everybody picked it up. You're just listening. But when you read, it is very clearly an R, there is no N. Fragrance. So you have to read the spellings, the sentences, the phrases to improve your grammar, to improve your vocabulary, to improve your pronunciation as well. Don't run away from reading. If you have to learn something, you cannot keep motivating yourself for that. You have to learn and you have to ultimately invest into that one thing, that one skill. You have to put in a lot of efforts if you want to do it. So stop running away from putting in efforts. Active listening and active reading is the only way which will make you fluent. Don't listen for motivation. I think you've motivated yourself enough and many people have become rich because of your motivational consumption. Now it is about you. Divert your attention from other people who are speaking English. Divert it to yourself. What are you doing? You're not learning. They are making money, they are improving. You're neither making money nor improving. Just adding to your subscription, subscribe to 100 channels. Every learner here practicing, I've subscribed to it. What is going to happen to you? On this channel, I have so much of learning content. There are over 700 videos. I mean, it's a lot of content, but of course, the channels like mine get sidelined because which will involve active listening, which will involve you to sit with a pen and notebook, because every time I share something wonderful, I share words, I share vocabulary. Who wants to learn things? Let's get motivated. So now you decide it for yourself, whether you really want to be fluent in English. If your answer is yes, then you have to start working. Leave motivation aside and get into learning now, real learning, which require efforts. If you are willing to put in efforts, nothing in this world can stop you from becoming fluent in English. Start working on your English from now on. Be an active listener, be an active reader. These two things will make you very, very fluent in 3 months. That's my promise to you. If you believe in what I say, then you can let me know in the comment section. All right. So my best wishes, as always, are with you. Keep working on your English. Keep practicing your English every single day. Bye-bye for now.